back in your lives, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday today, and we have our weekly crypto market overview. I want to talk about the market through three assets. We're going to check the Dogecoin, Chainlink, and Bitcoin to have a good grip on where we're going from this point forward. Now, we're in a bit of a peculiar situation because long-term perspective, we turned bearish now. Okay, I'm going to show you why. There was some key support levels that got broken by the monthly close, by the monthly session close that we had just a few days ago. So we're getting that those warning signs that the market may enter a bear cycle, a bear market. All right, but that's long-term perspective. On the short-term perspective, however, we're bullish. I'm going to show you why. And we even have one position right now in place, which is the Dogecoin that you're looking at right now. So let's start from the long-term perspective. All right, I'm going to show you what's going on here with the Bitcoin, because even though the Bitcoin have showed quite a lot of positive momentum in the last 48 hours, this is again short-term perspective. When you take a close look at the monthly chart, and that's what we're going to do right now, there is a very concerning behavior here with the Bitcoin closing the monthly bar slightly below 84,400. And we have designated 84,400 being the last line of support, the last line of resort, which from that point forward, or should I say from that point downwards, it's a strong indication that we're entering a bear market. And you can see these four blue dotted lines. I've already placed Fibonacci correction levels, and I'm talking about the whole bull market that started off back in December 2022. Where the Bitcoin was trading at its lowest low at 16,000, right? So from 16,000, 2 years ago, right? Price action was on the up and up all the way to 110. Now the break below 84,400, which we said that was gonna be the last line of support, and we were hoping it's gonna be just a local technical correction, where price action is gonna come back up towards the all-time high. Well, we don't feel that way anymore because of the close. Take a look at the close, the official close on the monthly bar. A few days ago we're talking about. The official close 84,200, right? Our key level, last line of resort, 84,400. So that's not a good sign long-term perspective. Also, we can see how price action is starting to back off this month, right? We just started this month and it was hammering upwards as a form of backlash correction to last month. But we can see it's facing some adversity right now from 93,575. And you can see it's backing off. Again, not a good sign long-term perspective, right? So if we got this right, we're going to have a long bear cycle with serious implications. For example, just the first blue dotted line represents 38.2 Fibonacci correction, which is relatively still kind of a minimal technical correction, but we're talking about the whole move from the very bottom back in late 2022, right? And then we have 62,625, that's the 50% Fibonacci correction. Then we have 61.8 Fibonacci correction at 51,679. And last is the 76.4, last level of correction by definition. 76.4, price tag is 37,843. So I think this is really the downside potential on the long-term perspective. Now, let me show you the short-term perspective. Here we can definitely see a quick move up to 103,794 during this month. So we're thinking price action has the potential to continue this upside trajectory, hitting 103,794, And from that point forward, it's going to start coming down again and basically get aligned with the long-term perspective, right? So that's how we look right now. That's how we look at the Bitcoin right now, right? So if price action, for example, is going to end up today, the daily session today, above 93,575, that's going to be our cue to jump into a short-term position. I'm talking about a long position. We're going to be targeting 103,794. So all eyes are on the Bitcoin in today's session. We already see price action pulling back up, suggesting that the break out of 93,575 yesterday was legit. But we still have to wait to the end of the day to get that confirmation. Also, Chainlink is another good case study, because here we also want to have a breakout above 1733. Take a look at 1733. That's an obstacle, a local key level resistance that's been able to break that positive momentum from yesterday. Price action closed right on top of that level, literally right on top of it. Now today it started on the back foot right off the bat, but it's now coming back up. So again, a crossover above 1733 will enhance our short-term bullish conviction on the market, and we're probably going to take action with the Chainlink, firing off a bullish campaign targeting 20.56. So that's not an ambitious level. We're talking about short-term perspective again. Another one I want to talk about is the Dogecoin. Here we decided to jump into position, even though it is against the long-term cycle as we just described, right? Because we feel bearish on the long-term perspective. Nevertheless, short-term perspective, we're bullish. Here with the Dogecoin, it was actually successful, breaking above 22.29, which is our point of reference here, right? That's our trigger. So because price action was able to cross over, we decided to jump in with the first position, small size position. We're kind of testing the water, again, short-term perspective. And here, if everything goes well, then we would continuing this upside trajectory to the next significant key level resistance, local resistance of 27.15. Again, not an ambitious target, it's right around the corner, representing the short-term cycle, right? So here we need price action to stay above 22.29 by the end of the day, by the end of today's session. And it's very close, it's right there. You can see how price action is flirting out with that 22.29 from above. We need to make sure it keeps itself, it's basing itself above 22.29 by the end of today's session. If that's going to be the case, then obviously we're going to carry on with this bullish campaign, potentially even increasing our position size, doubling up our position size, right? So let's sum this up. Our bottom line is we're bullish short-term perspective for the next few days, maybe a week, maybe even a little bit more than that. Long-term perspective, however, we're bearish, which means we're going to be very cautious with these bullish campaigns. Short-term perspective, still we need to be cautious about it, right? That's why we only have one position in place right now, and we're kind of taking our time to make sure the market's giving us that clarification as far as the short-term perspective goes. All right, so that's right now, that's the case for us. That's the positioning we're having with the cryptocurrency market. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. We're going to be back tomorrow as usual. So till then, be well.